Time to make dessert. Welcome back to the Silly Kitchen. As you may know, if you have stuck with me for a little while now at the Silly Kitchen, I am not a baker. But there's this beautiful thing out in the world where you don't actually have to bake to make desserts. The only problem is that you still have to measure. Okay, I'm gonna get through the measuring part, but I'm excited that even if I maybe screw up the measurements a little bit, this doesn't have to bake or rise or yeast or do anything that gives me anxiety. So I'm really excited. We're making peanut butter pie. We only need a few ingredients. We need cream cheese, we need some kind of a Cool Whip, we need powdered sugar and peanut butter. And if you want to make your own pie crust, you go ahead, but I bought it at the store because that's how we're gonna fill it. You ready? Okay. This recipe calls for 8 ounces of cream cheese. So when I bought this cream cheese, I looked at it and it said 227 grams. So I got out my cell phone and I was like, how many grams in ounces and how many grams in 8 ounces? And you know what? It's a whole package of cream cheese. So stop telling me I need 8 ounces and just tell me I need a package of cream cheese in recipes. All right, so the cream cheese is gonna go in first. I'm gonna break it up a little bit because I've let it sit out just to get, as they say, softened cream cheese, because it's gonna be easier to work with. So I'm just gonna squish it up a little bit. Make sure I get all the goods out. All right, that is done. We'll deal with that later. After cream cheese, we need to add peanut butter. Ooh, a brand new tub of peanut butter. I don't eat a lot of sweets, so I actually bought all this stuff for this recipe. Okay, so we need, I think it's a cup of peanut butter. So that's like this much. But that's a pain in the ass. So I'm just gonna guess. I'm guessing based on what this looks like. And I mean, if I add a little too much peanut butter, is that gonna be bad? I don't think so. This is how you make dessert, people. You don't measure and you don't bake. You know what? I'm gonna go even a little bit more. Okay, it's peanut butter pie after all. We want it to be like peanut butter. Now I also, because I'm not a baker, I don't have one of those fancy mixers, so I'm going with the old school hand mixer. Now I've only added the first 2 ingredients, but we want to get the peanut butter and the cream cheese to mix together first because it's really hard. Well, not really hard, but it's harder than the other 2. Okay, so now that I have that mixed together, we need some of that Cool Whip dessert, and we need 8 ounces of that as well. So same as the cream cheese package, we need the same amount of Cool Whip. So that looks like a package of cream cheese. And we mix. Oh my gosh, this mixer sounds really sad, but it's doing the job, don't worry. I'm gonna just fix this for a second. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. We're getting this pretty fluff. That's what I want. I want pretty fluff. Now we still have one more ingredient to add in. So this one I'm gonna measure because it's 1 1/4 cup. So 1 cup and 1/4 cup. And it's icing sugar. And again, I don't think you could screw this up. Whoa. Just as I say that. Okay, that's going in. I think if you put a little too much sugar or like a little too much or whatever, it's not gonna ruin it. Okay. Still don't like measuring and baking. Okay. Let's shake the icing sugar. Oh my God, this stuff is so messy. What is even going on? Okay, let's mix the icing sugar in. Okay. Once I added the icing sugar in, it really became a beautiful fluff. Like even more fluffy and wonderful. Look at this. This is awesome. All right, time to scrape these off, get all that goodness off of here. Now, I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, my mom would always give me one of these to lick. Is that still something that happens in your households? Do you get your kids to help pre-wash these by licking off all the goodness you can't get off with a spatula? I mean, I sure hope you do. I think that's a fun little treat and fun little way to get the kids in the kitchen with you too, maybe. I don't know. So we're ready for the pie part, which means all I'm doing is putting all this beautiful fluff, oh my gosh, get it on the spatula, Sylvia, into my pie shell. Ooh, it smells like peanut butter. Holy. Okay, so I'm just gonna try to eloquently spread it around. Whoa! I think I broke some of the pie shell. Shoot. Let's glue it together. Oh no, pie shell, don't break. I don't know if there's a trick to it, except licking your fingers, which is delicious. Well, it looks like the perfect amount for one of these pie shells. That's good. Maybe I did measure correctly. Okay, I'm gonna try to spread it out evenly without my pie shell breaking anymore. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, well, it's not the prettiest pie I've ever seen, but that's okay, we're not done yet. I'm a little worried about this graham cracker crust, but because this has to go in the fridge for at least 1 hour before serving, maybe something will happen where it will come back together underneath all this fluff. The other thing I thought of was, would this not be delicious as like an ice cream pie? So I think, and I'm gonna try, this could go really good in the freezer. Okay, my friends, the pie has chilled. I'm a little nervous, but before I get too nervous, I want to make this pie a little prettier. It probably tastes great, right? Right? It probably tastes great. Okay, so I'm gonna actually add a little extra of that Cool Whip on top. Make a little mountain maybe. I could probably use something better than a spoon to do this. And I'm just gonna spread it around a little bit. It's like an extra circle on the pie circle. Have I mentioned in this video that this is my first time making this? This is like me testing some pie recipes that I've seen a few of these online, and then I decided, oh, let's just figure out how I'm gonna do this myself. Okay, and then because it's peanut butter pie, I got some Reese's, and I thought, should I put it flat or should I put it like this? Well, now these little chunks of chocolate went in. It kind of looks like a little spaceship, doesn't it? Okay, there is the prettified version of the pie. And ultimately, whether a pie looks pretty or does not, what matters most is how does it taste. So let's see if, first of all, my pie is going to stay together after being in the fridge. Oh, the graham cracker's a little crumbly, but let's see if I can pull this thing out somehow. It would probably help if I had like one of those pie lifters. Well, most of it came out. The true test of the pie. So, I'm gonna get a little graham cracker crust, a little bit of whip, and a little bit of pie. It's not a good looking pie, but it is a damn good tasting pie. Yep, success. As much as I love when something looks pretty and it comes out aesthetically pleasing, this one, I don't care. I made dessert, I didn't have to bake it, and it tastes good. I hope that if you love peanut butter, if you don't like baking, but you like dessert, you give this a try at home, because if I can do it, you can do it. Thank you so much for supporting The Silly Kitchen by watching, and I hope to see you on here again soon. Hit that subscribe button, leave me a comment, say hello, and I will see you again soon.